Here's the part where I already warned you about being actually good at marketing, because now we are gonna get an expert in that niche. Now, you may have a lot of different hobbies depending where you're from, depending who you are as a person. Every single one of us has at least one nerdy obsession that we know everything about, and we can immediately spot a bullshitter. For me, it's martial arts. For you, it might be gaming or football or basketball. Certain history topics or cars might be the thing. But you know how fast you can spot someone that doesn't know shit about what he's talking about. It's like these gurus on YouTube that talk about money all the time, but you see that they don't have it. Everyone who's ever made any significant amount of money can immediately spot the bullshitter, because just to give you an example, their definition of money, you can hear them talk in the live calls, in the YouTube videos, in the reels, and of course I also see that. But what's their main definition of money? It's always Lambos, it's always watches, they always go to Dubai or Miami. But every single one of you, and there's gotta be a bunch here, that made some serious money. You know that, like, it's not what you do. This is what you do when you hit your first 10K months. Once you go above that, once you hit the 6 figures, maybe even 7 figures, you don't go to Dubai that much anymore. You don't just spend every weekend in Miami doing bottle shows. Some of you might, but this is when you go to St. Bart's, this is when you go to Mykonos, this is when you go to Geneva, this is when you go to the Jedi Andermatt, right? This is when you go to all these locations that people don't talk about unless they've experienced it themselves. And the same with gaming, and the same with people in your niche. So before you start making content, scripting videos, making pictures, you have to understand that the people that are your primary audience, they currently know much more about it than you do. And the second they see your creator doing something that just doesn't fit, they're gonna hate her, they feel tricked, and they're not gonna watch the videos, and definitely not gonna buy content. What you're gonna do is the following, right? Once you pick your niche, you wanna get inside it. And Reddit and Pinterest are your main friends here, but we're gonna start with Reddit. Now, you're gonna find the subreddit, so you're literally just gonna type the name of your niche and Reddit into Google, and you're gonna see the main subreddits within the first few results. You can also search it into Reddit and like filter by the community sites, which is fine. And the next step is you're gonna find like the 1, 2, maybe 3 most active ones, where there's like hundreds of thousands of members and a fuck ton of posts per day. Because a subreddit that's dead is useless for your research. And what you want to do in there is sort by top and then all time. That's the canon, right? That's the lore. The reason we do that is the most successful posts in those subreddits in your niche of all time, that's the jokes everyone knows. That's the references every single one of your viewers will get. That's the lingo they all started using because it's so deep into the culture. And then afterwards, you can sort it by the best performing post this month, right? Because this is what they care about right now. This is the current topic. This is the current tea that is being spilled. And you don't only want to look at those posts and be like, oh, okay, I get it now. No, you look at the comment threads, the discussions, the influencers that are being quoted there as being very deep into the niche, the people that they like, the people that they dislike. Because the way the algorithm on Instagram works, to kind of correlate it back, is the Instagram algorithm works through dog whistles. It doesn't work through active call out. So I'll give you an example out of my own personal Instagram that you may have even found this video from. If I do a video calling out agencies saying, if you're an OFM agency and you have creators and you do this, cool. The main audience I get are beginners, right? That's people that just started in the industry and that literally need to be addressed like this. But if I start a video saying, why is your average fan spend so low? This is when I reach the agencies that have been in this game for at least 6 to 12 months. So I didn't even get to say the industry. They just know, okay, no one uses the word average fan spend in this context with this certain creator and the green screen unless they also do OFM, and they're hooked. And this is the same how it works here. You might not think the lingo or the specific outfit, the specific joke might matter, but you want to penetrate a niche on Instagram, which you absolutely want to, because those guys are going to spend the most money you've ever seen. You need to be on point, because you quoting a meme that was already happening 3 months ago, those people know. They know you're a normie. They know you're not actually into it. And this is when they stop caring.